in the maps when they get on that defending side, because more so than not, Elu, it's Sushi Boys who just locks it down with his Cypher.
Yeah, that Sushi Boy's locking down A site in a pleasure to see. Something we saw earlier on, but see if they can manage to pick up the pieces yet again. Pardon us while the names on the very top are swapped for now, because NXL is actually on the right side and X10 is on the left. So bear with us for a second, get that fixed in a jiffy. But let's take a look at the lineups. And Matt, NXL, they love this double initiator lineup right here. They're going for the Sova Breach yet again. It's proving to be very strong. Only one duelist on their side. Now, on the other side, however, we'll take a little bit of a better look at it later on. But here we are, game number 2. NXL has to win this if they want to keep their tournament dreams alive. Because right now, they're facing elimination. This is only single elimination, ladies and gentlemen. And X10 look like they're at the cusp of claiming this victory.
Very contrasting play styles are being exuded by both of the teams. Indonesia, it's all about being aggressive and taking the sites. X10, it's all about controlling, getting the information, and working with the information that they have. That's why they like to go for the double initiator, because they like to get that info first with the Sova, and then they like to clear out the angles with the breach. What this kind of means, though, is that if X10 start losing their teammates at the start of the round before they can try taking the sites, if they're going to be on the attacking side, or maybe if they're going to be playing on post plant, makes it a little bit harder for them, because it might seem that they're a little bit more reliant on team play rather than singular play, which is being slightly more shown by NXL.
Well, there you have it. And starting off real strong with a quick hit onto A right here. NXL looking to get the spike down already. And they're just on a rampage right now. They're just going straight into no hesitation at all, leaving one person on the lurk, but 3 players pushing into bathroom. Be really quite deadly as Cruz and Scary. They take map control back. Flipsider's only able to get one before he goes down. Their flank is completely open, and this quick A hit just did not pay dividends at all. Leaving Sayo in a 1v3. He is a duelist. He still has... Oh, he has no utility left. Only a frenzy. Now, what can he do? And it looks like it's going to be nothing for the meantime. He gets 1 kill. It's going to be the defuse already. NXL with a plant. Nothing more.
One of the big things there for NXL here, Elu, they got a quick take on the site, but on pistol, I like how X10 was like, take the site, it doesn't matter. You know what? We're going to take shower control and bum rush all the way onto a short and basically stop you from playing post plant. Because the thing about that, though, is when you get the plant where NXL got it, I think the best positions would probably be on short as well as U-Haul. But when you remove that short control, you basically force everybody from NXL on such a small area that they can't really play away from it. Anyways, Cruz, hello.
Yeah, no way he's getting out of that alive. He gets in this corner, but it's going to lead to his demise here. Towers control right now. Scary.
1 enemy remaining.
A couple of quick kills right here. Good coordination. Will secure that map control and the spike. It's going to be Noisy Boy all alone with a classic. There's nothing he can do.
That's not even a 50-50. If you try to go to the teleporter, it's like 5 looks, right? Oh, maybe 4? Or wait, how many is that? Like, let's say like 8. Because like it's forward, back, left, right, and then front forward, front left, or front right. Then, you know, it's too many angles.
There's just a whole array of angles you have to check. Going into the teleport is death sentence, basically. So was that aftershock and spray down from a bit of a nice pick-me-up kill.
1 enemy remaining.
It was a save round, but it's not like a save round that they wanted to have. They wanted to probably get themselves a nice little control and plant down the spike, but NXL, I was a bit too aggressive there from X10, maybe trying to make use of the SMGs, but SMGs turn into OMGs as X10 just kind of fell one after the other in less than 2 seconds.
Look, I like the idea, especially on a bonus round, where you basically have a disadvantage in terms of the weaponry, in terms of the arsenal, even in terms of the abilities maybe. But so I like the idea that they're going for an aggressive play to maybe sort of level it out, get an early pick. It's just that NXL were ready for it. This is going to shape up to be their first round on the board. So good work for NXL for now, but they need to keep this clean. They shouldn't lose too many players to Fox right here, because it will damage their economy going into the later stages.
Ooh, Fox gets spotted out here, and he has to try to run away. Maybe he can at least hit some body shots, because yes, you don't get the kills, but if you can connect like a body shot, that's what 50 damage, I think, with the sheriff. So that's still your opponent having to expend 1,000 creds just to refresh their shields. So that's something to point out for those who might be wanting to at least make a little bit of dent on the economy of your opponent. If you don't get the kills, just hit the armor or the shield rather. Make it a little bit more expensive by them rebuying that.
Yeah, it's still 1,000 credits at the end of the day, and that stacks up. I mean, credit score is important, guys. You got to build up that credit score. If you want to save up for the housing loan, maybe. But who one tap getting aggressive in showers with a 4th round off this early on. Really, really good way to open up the match here and keeping them on their toes. Looking for another pick towards mid. Not going to be anyone peeking him anytime soon, though.
That just makes it so much more difficult for NXL, because the only way you can really stop an Opper, which I think is kind of like the main issues, right, that will always show when you're up against a sniper player, is that you need to either flash or expend some smoke so that the Opera cannot see you. And even then, Jet can just like updrap over and get like a nice little high angle just to spot you out. In any case, losing their flasher as well as their only duelist is gonna hurt the case here of the rest of NXL as they're gonna try to take the B site, but again, yeah, tripwire cage, hello.
Enemy remaining.
Full B hit towards B long, and the lack of presence elsewhere bites him in the back, giving X10 complete control over that round. Didn't have control over Hookah, no more angles to peek aside from that one, and I think that push was a little bit ill-advised from NXL, considering they didn't really get that much map control, nor did they get any information beforehand. So I feel like walking into a site like that without any pickoffs, without weakening the defense first, definitely gonna bite you in the back, and it shows.
Probably NXL here. I'm not entirely sure if they're comfortable with the agent selection that they've got, because Sayo is going to be playing on the Phoenix. Flipsider, who is supposed to be one of their most explosive players, is on a battle stage, and it could be fun, could be nice, but when you're on the attacking side and you can't get a pierce through in, you kind of wish you have that tailwind just to kind of dash in onto the sites. So maybe one of the things that XL could do here right now with the agents that they have is to just always get that orb control and always try to get up the run it back for Sayo.
The double intel just working for X10 right now. They got the double intel and they got the breach and the single duelist. It's really quite clever, honestly. They're just getting so much information cleared at every single angle, and on a map like Bind, that is just so invaluable. You can tell that that they have practiced time and time again, but quick pick right there. Going to be Setiap one tap, unable to get that kill, but trades into lamps here, leaving us in a 4v4 retake scenario right now. The spike will finally go down. They don't have bathroom control, so it is a little bit scary. The wall will go up. That's going to be the Rolling Thunder to begin the retake right now. Scary sees one, but Flipsider wins regardless. Now Saya has to throw out his utility as Molly, just to be able to get closer now. 3v4, but make that a quick trade as Cruz gets Flipsider. Noisy Boy trades him out here, and
One enemy
one
remaining.
tap on the up will get caught off, looked the wrong way. It's all up to Sushi Boy. He is the Sentinel. I do not favor his odds here. Creeping up from showers, he'll get shot from the side, and Booty Meister will finish him off with a clean round here. NXL taking a round for themselves.
This is why we're just the casters, and these guys are the pro players. They're the ones who dictate the pace of how they play, and they're the ones who are going to figure out how to pierce the sights, even though the odds are stacked against them. I really like how they use this one. There was a missed shot there from Poo One Tap at the initial point of NXL's entry into the site. Really do like that. Noisy Boy also was in a crossfire with his teammate on U-Haul. Got the one kill and pushed right out and spot no one looking right at him. So he was like, free kill, thank you very much. I'm going to be able to get this and secure a round for my team. It's still not the best for NXL as they still struggle on the attack, but that one round seems a little bit more hopeful for them.
Yeah, definitely. And X10, they're forced on a eco here. They don't really have much in the tank. They do have a Buffy on Scary and a couple of Eagles, Sheriffs, mind you. But if they can make it work, Fox with a close angle flashed off, but turns back in the right time. Not be enough to get him the kill. And this should be a cleanup right here for NXL. Getting these really clean anti-eco rounds is so important. Able to stabilize.
Goodbye.
But as I say that, Sushi Boy gets 2 quick kills with the
Stop being a bad luck charm, Elu. I mean,
No, his caster's cursed in it, dude. I'm so sorry.
Sushi Boys though. Let's see if he can make quick, clean hits with this. Oh, that flash is gonna be so huge, but he whipped. He's a whiffany on that one. He's not gonna be able to hit the shots. Still a relatively clean round for NXL as they still saved 3 rifles going into the next round.
You know, I bet you he would have hit that shot if he weren't flashed. Because, you know, when someone gets flashed, they tend to panic and run around a little bit. And he did. And that's why he missed that sheriff shot. You know it. But
Spike planted.
next gun round now coming up here.
Trick shot.
Boys, kind of disgusting pixel kill. And what? Okay, we didn't see that on stream, but my god, those were...
Oh. Are we gonna be on a tactical pause? Give us a little bit of time to breathe. There is tactical pause, guys. Always when you do play into a official tournament, the TOs will be giving you some time to kind of get everything set and speak with your teammates about what you need to do, what you have to do to adjust. Maybe X10 is getting that quick adjustment that they need to try to figure out what's been happening, what's kind of the wrong thing that hasn't been working out. And I think it was the 2 people that was just situated in A. Now they've put it in 3, and Poo One Tap has been relegated to go to the B long, which I kind of do like, because if he's going to be an operator, which he is, this is going to be pretty brutal.
Yeah, so the thing is, you know, with that off, Poo One Tap is able to do wonders. He's going to peek out into 5 though, see if he can pick up anything. Does get spotted out. Yep, he gets 1. Tailwind out. That's going to be a quick res in the information given as well. So it works out still in the end for NXL. Of course, back the Opera, but they force a res in return. Now, he gets spotted out. Sushi Boy does get spotted out. That's going to be the Hunter Theory deployed to the West. It's 1, but traded out real quick. Poo One Tap unable to do anything, and Noisy Boy is making it happen. 3 kills for him. That's going to be the sight relinquished side of X10 right here. Tayo though is really low on HP, 14 to be exact, and that's the lockdown going to be deployed. It's going to be a tough retake, but even tougher hold here for NXL. Can they make it work? No, Noisy Boy gets caught reloading.
Again, what is it, 13 seconds for the lockdown to activate? You don't have to be afraid as retakers when it's so near its duration. In any case, Tayo was almost gonna whiff the spray control on the recoil control on that Phantom, and OMG, that could have been a lost round.
But
Mistakes were abound.
Whiffed harder.
Yeah, true.
But Cruz whiffed harder. That was not the. Well, that wasn't the good shot in the world. Still a good kill at the start of the round for One Tap. Things out. Basically, everyone's ultimate deployed for that.
Turn into a cluster. You know, lots of fights, skirmishes here and there just to take the B side, and this is where NXL thrive in the brawl type of situations where X10 cannot collect their thoughts quickly enough. And that will at least give them a bit of an advantage going to this next round because they broke the economy of X10. But here we go. It's the basic Bucky bros. 4 of them, I think. Yeah, 4 of them.
Yeah, there's quite a few, I'd say. It's a pretty sizable number of Buckies to be taking into a round, and they can make it work. They're all placing their eggs in one basket, and that's towards A. Playing close angles is great. Scary. We'll find a good ping. That's actually a good kill, but Noisy Boy lines up a double. Going closer to A right here. But Showers control, they do not have it, but Noisy Boy doesn't matter to him as he finds the 3rd kill. Make that a 4th. Flipsider will close off the round though, and that's another good round for NXL. They're looking so much better than they did in Nightbox.
Definitely agree with that one. Poo One Tap though whiffs a couple of the pellets from the Bucky, if I'm not mistaken. You saw that Flip side, I was just kind of like dancing right outside of the shower because, you know, when you go outside of the showers after a nice little bath, I think dancing is very merited. But this time he had to dance for his life, and it seems like he was able to survive. And Pooh one tap lifts that. But going to this next round again, it's a buy round for X10. They do have the Jet on the operator, and let's see if this offensive push on the mid side will be able to get a kill as ultimate's being used already on shower. Very aggressive control here for NXL, but they haven't really used that to pierce it onto the side.
Boom. Yeah, I don't know
Spike
about that
down
ulti
A.
use right there. I think it's a little bit premature. They could have accomplished the same thing with an Aldro and clear the bathrooms out. In the end, they have nothing to show for it but a kill. Meister actually did go down in the end. I don't know, man. I feel like that's definitely way, way too soon.
Yeah. I mean, unless they had something behind, or they knew that the opponents were a little bit more pushed up on shower, that could have been really nice, because the pincer is go through my orbital or go through us, right? But nobody was there really. They were just at the lip or at the entrance of the shower. In any case, NXL will be able to use all of that kerfuffle as to be able to take in the site. But with the Rolling Thunder being used here, it's going to be very difficult to keep the post plant in situation because the spike hasn't even been planted yet as well.
Down B.
And it's Vascalis yet again, the last man standing on his team, just unable to find a kill here. HP is pretty low on X10's side, but it doesn't matter if they take out that round win. All the money in the world right now for X10. And they'll still have enough to buy. But you know, that round was anything but clean from them. They got the site, sure, but holding on to it is a different story. See, this is the thing. One of the biggest weaknesses I've noticed from NXL right now, their post plants are just not up to shape. They're not on the level. They have had a couple of good, you know, post plant rounds, but they have gotten dicey, ending in a 1v2, 1v3, and have a lot to be desired here for the post plant spread.
But what they're hoping for is X10 will play Ansi and just rush into the site one by one, but that isn't how NXL play as a unit, as a team. They're very, very coordinated, whether they're on attacking or defending. They always like to wait just a little bit. So maybe, just maybe, the chance here for NXL is to be able to, you know, rush in and catch them off as they're coming out. They try to with Noisy Boy, but I think they have to make something happen with Sayo as well.
Yeah, that was a big Aldrone that spotted out 2 and A, but made them go into B, where there's actually 3 players waiting right now. Bootymeister is able to get spawned. It'll help open up the site a little bit, but Sushi Boys from Hookah unable to get out. He gets one though, but Cruz right there to back him up. Trades all around, and it's a 2v2 situation right now. Run it back is available, but be able to help him get any kills for me. So Spike will go down. He's watching his back right there. The flame wall comes
Last
up.
player standing.
Trying to tap
One
through the
enemy
wall,
remaining.
and Scary just walks out into the open. Able to find the kill onto Vascalis. Thought he had his back covered, but it was not the case. And Poo One Tap with the op. A little bit more difficult to retake with the op, but if anyone can do it, it's Poo One Tap.
The thing though is Sayo has both of his flashes up, so he can use that to basically catch his opponent off guard. But
At least they tried.
he swung wide, and Poo one tap. I mean, I don't think we can call him Poo anymore. I think we have to call him something like Spider, because he just made a trap with his web of deceit, of lies, with the smoke, and he baited Sayo to peek me and stop the defuse from happening.
Honestly, Poo One Tap right there. That was a good shot, but in the end, Sayo, I think, nerves getting the better of him. Like, there was no reason to swing out wide like that. All he had to do was jiggle peek.
Yeah.
Especially knowing that it was an op on the other side. You know that there's an op on Spike. It's a very big disadvantage. I feel like that peek was very ill-advised. Take a look at this round right now. Triple control towards bathrooms. They have shown their hand before in this play, but completely go to the other side here. But X10
Spike
mowing them
down
down towards mid. So aware of four-man stack. It's such a great read right now. Cruz with a beautiful shot as well. Gets tagged up and he falls back to safety, and leaving the side of NXL scratching their heads, wondering what the hell just happened.
Need to see the first interaction of that, maybe in a replay later, but you saw that the Molotov, the Molly from the Broom, was just expended to such a great degree. Nobody could really push through that as NXL. I mean, if you had a Jet, maybe, right? But again, with the maybes out of the board here, they couldn't really aggress through all of that utility. There was also flashes and the fault line because both of the, I would say, the lookalikes, the breach and the brim, were able to just stop the bleeding into the site. And NXL, as the spike has been dropped down, they can't really take it. So I
30
think the play
seconds
here
left.
is just to kind of try
Camera
to
is
open things
on
up.
my
Oh
wire.
no.
Cage
Does he know?
triggered.
Is he gonna
One
peek?
enemy
He's not gonna
remaining.
know.
Oh,
Ah, he did not know. Oof.
yeah, that's the second time Sushi Boy's done that, and he hasn't gotten caught off yet. Might be able to stop him now. Now that that position is given up here, but it's got to be a save here for Pascal. Isn't one thing I
10
do want to
seconds
talk about
left.
is we're talking a lot about regional. So we talk about Thailand, and if there's any country in SEA that has a really good chance of going up against teams from Korea, teams from Japan, Thailand probably has the best chance to do it.
Last round before the switch.
Philippines maybe, but Philippines has always just been so hit and miss. So I feel like there's still a bit of a gap, but the gap is starting to close in. I mean, a couple of months ago, NA and EU, they were just so far ahead. You have teams like Vision Strikers right now, and one thing I'm really excited to see is how they fare against the team. How Vision Strikers go up against other teams in the region.
Hey man, we're all waiting for Masters 2 as well as Champions,
Oh, yeah.
just to kind of see everything, because that's what we want. The culmination of all of these regions, not only from our own but from others, just to kind of see the differences, the
No
power
way.
levels, like you say, at it, and definitely no way shot from Poo One Tap. I mean, he only showed his shoulder, his elbow, and it still got taken off.
Okay, that's a good trade kill in response to Vascal is punishing Poo One Tap for being a little bit too aggressive right there, and that's a big scalp to find. You get Poo One Tap off the board, your chances to win the round is skyrocket, especially on that op. He's so lethal. That's gonna be the call to rotate. They have been running this 4-man A stack for quite a while, for maybe 3 or 4 rounds now. It's time they go into B, and that's gonna be the call this time. They do have enough utility. They do have the smokes, and they do still have an entry to be able to go in, only losing Flipsider this earlier on. So I actually favor NFL's chance this round, but they're taking a little bit too long, a little bit too indecisive with this A hit, and now it's a full rotation here for X10 towards that B side.
Mind you, though, if they can get the kill on Sushi Boy, that would be great. But both Hunter's Fury are being used here, and it seems like trades will be happened.
30
Oh
seconds
no,
left.
Sayo, though, is already on the cubby. Maybe he's gonna get flushed out there, but that smoke will at least keep him safe. Nobody is gonna be able to spot him out as the smoke does blur out the vision. Ultimate will be used by Scary there to stop this spike from being planted down once again, but this 2v2 situation is gonna not look too fancy. Maybe NXL can find the
Last
one pick
player
here first,
standing.
but as Fox goes into pinch, I don't think he's gonna be able to make something happen as Viscalis and Sayo just work their magic in the back of B.
Yeah,
Switching
Viscalis with
sides.
4 kills that round, definitely coming up big for his team. His performance has been questionable up until this point, but now he's definitely showing what he's made of. And I do want to talk about Cruz. Look, he's at 14 kills right now. He's been phenomenal this game, even as the support, even as the bleed, going in, he's making things happen, he's winning his duels. Now on the other side, still wondering what's going on. Poo One Tap is only at 7-7. Hasn't been as effective, and this is what we talked about during the break, right? It's much easier to shut down a star player on a map like Bind, where you can crossfire, where you can get aggressive map control, and that's really what's been happening with Poo One Tap. He's been sort of attenuated. He's been sort of neutered a tiny bit in this map.
Yeah.
Revealing
Again,
area.
hasn't really shown to be the downfall of X10, but it has allowed NXL here to kind of keep things a bit more fair. Now that X10 is going to be on the attacking side, they have to make good
Right
usage of Poo One Tap. Let's see how this pans out as Vascalis has to back away. We'll use his drone for the moment, and he spots out everybody else coming out here. Flipsider, though, he could deal some serious damage with this frenzy, but do you know, NXL knows, or sorry,
Spike
X10 knows
planted.
that there is somebody here on hookah still.
Yeah, they haven't cleared it out, so it's got to be a possibility. A matter of when Flipsider pushes out is going to be the question after all, but Flipsider here now has an opportunity to work his magic. Gonna be just one kill for him in the meantime. Has to reload, and he finds another. A good succession of kills right there, and that's gonna be a round for sure for NXL. It must be, yes, it will. Flipsider will close it out with 3. The Molly still takes Viscalis' life.
Maybe Flipsider there can douse the flames with the with the orb. Actually, it's not really ice, I believe. The element of Sage is it's crystal, so not really. I don't think it has that frost capability, right?
One enemy remaining.
Not. But look at that, Flipsider. Hello.
And it's
Way
way
a little
angle
bit.
at the very top. Just sees the shoulder, but that's
Come
more than
into
enough for
the
him to take
unknown.
the kill.
It's the next step here. 7-6. It is going to be no buys for X10 here, but they're going to use that smoke just to kind of wait on the outer side. Just wait a little bit, be a bit patient. Maybe just rush on to A here. NXL, if they do have a wall, or sorry, not
Right
NXL,
here.
but X10, they actually don't have a wall. So they're just going to try to maybe brute force their way, play all that contact. And if Sayo mistimes this curveball, he could actually be in a world of hurt. But thankfully, he does have Noisy Boy, who's there for the cross.
Yeah, that's the flash, and it's good. It gets two. Blinded, tries to pull out a third, but
Spike
decides
down
to.
A.
SMG is better and just dancing around for a second. Fox gets one, jumping around. The bunny hops. Flash.
One
Oh,
enemy
will
remaining.
not matter as the classic does damage. 2 kills more than enough here. If they can get a spike plant, that would be a miracle. But happy with
Standing
this, and
ahead.
there's 3 players on the other side. That's gonna be the firing squad lined up. Really well done here for X10, but they, to get a couple of kills, sure. But in the end, NXL keeps it relatively clean.
I still kind of like that round for X10 there. Utilizing a free gun just so you could get 2 kills as well as an orb. And you see right now that in terms of ultimates, it's not Vascalis, but Fox that has his Hunter's Fury up. And if X10 can use it at the start of this round to get an early pick, maybe some form of map control going into a site, that could be really huge in them trying to reclaim this particular game. As NXL is slowly running away with 2 rounds already. They do spot out Setiap being very aggressive with his peek out here, and Who One Tap was like,
Yikes.
I got the Vandal, you only have the Spectre, and my rifle reigns supreme.
Yeah, that tap right there from Fu One Tap, living true to his name, just annihilating Flipsider, who's got to be wondering where the hell that happens. And now they're left at a man disadvantage. It is the bonus round, however, so the more economic damage, this is what we're looking for in a bonus round. You just want to do as much economic damage as you can, pressure your opponent's economy, force them to make those buys, force them to rebuy, and honestly, that's just the best you can hope for in these rounds. And if you can win, that's a big deal.
Sayo has the only rifle onto the side of NXL here. So if he can just stay anchored on B and not just and be able to survive, maybe he can deal some damage here, and he is.
One enemy
OMG,
remaining.
Sayo just wakes up and Booty Meister follows through, and X10 went in. Gone into the B side. They had every utility that they had, but a little bit of good positioning and right timing to peek out. NXL just washed that all away from the board.
Yikes, that was like I said, a big deal if you win that round. And honestly, it's forcing X10's economy. It's in shambles right now. Look, they only have 3 sheriffs and a couple of classics right here. I don't
Time to
even
take
know
this
if
hill.
One Tap has his ultimate available. He does not, actually. Has to get an orb if he wants to use it. He's very deadly with it. Maybe he'll go for the orbs in bathrooms. But bathrooms pretty hotly contested at the moment.
Well, yeah, Fault Line not really having the best of positions there. Vascalis is gonna peek out. Wow.
One enemy
Okay,
remaining.
timing is just really going to the favor of NXL. Maybe it's the NXL time here, as they're able to get the picks that they need, and they pop shots through every single portion of Shower, and they scrub it clean, but they're still not able to find the poo in it. Who One Taps is
Team
going to be able to rotate all the way around, and that is going to be a team ace for NXL.
10-6 right now. NXL, they're looking so much better. I mean, you can tell. And I always say this. The cleaner the anti-eco rounds of a team are, it's a good indication of how well they'll perform the rest of the game. If you can shut down the eco rounds of the opposing team, it's really good for your economy. It's really good for your morale. It's just such a straight up upgrade as to losing, 2 or 3 players every single time. And it takes a toll when you do. So NXL keeping it clean in these rounds, showing that there's a very good chance that they can actually win this. Both of our predictions are already probably wrong at this point because it's 10-6 and NXL has the lead. And
Hey
they're
man,
3 rounds
I
away.
said NXL has has a shot. I mean,
Yeah, I mean we
I
did,
still we did.
but I mean they have a shot, but be 10-6 against X10, I don't know. This is a bit of a tough call.
Yeah. I mean, to kind of just like compound or just explain a little bit further what's been happening here, at least for X10 in the second half, they're kind of slow play style and their setup way of trying to get the sights when they're playing on attack, it works in some teams. But when NXL has just kind of played a little bit more bruise heavy here and they're allowing Sayo to play to his heart's content however he wants with the Phoenix, it works so in their favor because he just gets these frags incredibly quickly. And this has kind of resulted in NXL, or sorry, not XL, but X10 being always relegated to play on saves, which I think they have done twice or thrice in the second half. That's why you're seeing NXL already with the double digits on that 10. Also, do see that Sayo did have to expend his run it back for a little bit of that information, but got his head chopped right off real clean. Still no map control. Flipsider though. Let's see if he can do some damage here as there's a little bit of peek coming in through Hookah.
Not so much a fan of this advanced position for Flipsider. If he gets caught, it's basically a one and done position, and they're gambling so much on this A side. Flipsider has to win this duel if he wants to keep his team alive, but he'll be out. And he will lose the duel. This means that B side is completely open for the taking. This is very dangerous for NXL. They put all their eggs in the wrong basket here and
Spike planted.
even make an omelet out of it. You see right now, no ultis available for anyone. It's a very, very tough retake.
Wow, they just rushed right out. They're like, we don't give damn, you know, we're just gonna take it onto the site. Still have to be very careful though, because there should be some utilities that can be expended by X10, but they don't even care, and that is going to be a two-man lineup. Make that into, wait, 4? Okay, no, 3. Oh my. What? No, he got 1 kill on Flipsider, so I think that was 3 kills with the Hunter's Fury. But still, that was a double whammy with the ultimate. Let's go.
Gotta have that. I'm hoping to see it because, my God, that many kills with a Hunter's Fury, that should never happen. But the timing was perfect. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get to see it here. Like, oh my, like. Oh. Double, and he finds another. Hate to see it, but you also love to see it.
Hate that I love you. I mean, it works in the favor of X10, obviously. NXL though, if that Hunter's Fury didn't hit its marks, plural, that would have been NXL having such a great retake, and they were already set and prepped for it. But they just lined up, and that was like the worst scenario that could have been done.
Oh no!
Oh no!
The Booty Meister just gets caught off. Jiggle feeding the angle, trying to slow them down with a molly, but gets punished for it. And now X10 got the groundwork laid out. All they got to do is take the side and plant. But they'd be able to. There's a lot of information garnered on the side of NXL. That's the ultimate right there from Brimstone being deployed to slow down that pace right here. But the teleport play is coming in. They will be slowed down by the nano swarms, however. They're ready for it. Allowing a couple more seconds for the defense to rotate here, and as well as a res. So this is a really good defensive round right here for NXL. So many big brains coming out here, and that's also going to be a little bit of a stall here. Cruz finds 2. Finally traded out by Flipside. Peeking one by one into Hookah. Very questionable play here, and Booty Meister, the last man standing.
Did Budemeister go back to A thinking that his opponents will try to maybe go for a shower teleport?
Yeah.
That's probably it, right? Because like
it was.
I think. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Anyways, he's just gonna have to try to go for this 1 versus 3. And with all the crossfires being set and not really having the utilities that he needs, only having 1 smoke is not really much that he can do. Oh, I do like this though. He's gonna smoke himself off, but yeah, I mean, smokes don't block bullets.
I think it was the right call to go back to A because after you go for that teleport play, there's still a chance that they can run back. Could have been a fake teleport anyway. It's that they started peek out one by one towards that take, got a little bit of ahead of themselves. I feel like a little bit more composure would have been in the books here for X10. As you can see, they're sort of just one by one.
Enemy remaining.
Very, very strange to me. I think it's definitely the nerves coming this late into the game, into the second game of the series, why they did that. But it goes to show a lack of composure goes a long way.
I could also add that based on the agents that NXL had, I think they were trying to set up utility as they were going to be coming outside of that entryway. Basically, the choke point coming outside from defender spawn up to the B site. So Cruz, his timing has been precise in this entire second game. And it just goes to show that his ability to peek and get that information and be able to translate that into kills really does give X10 such an edge. Because Cruz is not a duelist player, but he's probably one of the strongest, if not the strongest player for X10.
Rolling Thunder just to clear out the rest of Garden here. There still is a ultimate right here from Pascal as he can still use it to clear sight, but that's going to be the Killjoy ulti. Will be destroyed, I think, by the Hunter's Fury. No, it's going to be a teleport call right now. It's going to send one, send out two. Over back to A. Retain one player. It's going to be a fake right now as they yet again go back to B. It has
30 seconds left.
Bought them a rotation. A couple of members are already still here on B. Have actually quite the rotation now.
That was a Hunter's Fury from Vascalis, so that wouldn't have destroyed the
oh, okay.
Yeah, the ultimate in any case. But 15 seconds, if Noisy Boy can just peek out at the perfect time, they could stop the plant from happening at all, and Vascalis just runs out onto the side and says, I am here! And he just destroys every single one of them. Noisy Boy, cherry on top. He could have maybe even given the ace to Vascalis, but NXL just woke up. That wasn't supposed to be a win for them, but just a good amount of grit from Flipsider as well as Noisy Boy was enough so that NXL's other team or other members could have rotated and helped them stop the plant. And X10 really expended the rounds. Playing with 20 seconds left onto the clock to take a site is nice short of suicidal because you just don't get the time to clear the angles and plant safely at the same time.
Revealing area.
Yeah, I think they were running the clock a little bit too thin there. In the end, they had like, what, 50 seconds left to get the spike down. Hesitating a little bit too long.
Scanning ahead.
This wall in showers is just so annoying. They spend so many magazines just to be able to get it down. I mean, it'll go down eventually, but the time that you buy with it is worth it. So X10 kind of scratching their heads, trying to figure out what they're going to do. It is 8-11 right now, and they do have to win this round. Otherwise, it will be match point, and they don't have the economy back up.
That's true. We started this day thinking it's going to be like 2-0, but that's the beauty of going into these really high level intensity moments. But go one tap. He did that on the previous map and he'll do it once again, but he was able to pierce the sight and everyone else. X10 comes in blazing. Foxy really wants to get the skill onto Boomingmeister, but it's scary to pick it up. But still, Noisy Boy is gonna be the left to defend this one. And with his positioning being spotted by the Neural Theft, there's very little that he can do. Even adding the cherry on top, which is a stun on that fault line, makes it even more difficult for him to try to push in onto the site. He only has his turret here, so maybe he'll just try to breeze his way. I like the first kill, but the second will not happen.
Hey, X10, man, they're making this comeback happen. It's 9-11 right now, only 2 rounds separating them. Still really wondering when One Tap will be coming into the equation. He still hasn't had that much impact, even on his entry into Lamp. Instead of pulling out his weapon, just goes ahead and smokes. I don't know if that was a misclick or something, because he saw the Phoenix right in front of him, like looked straight at Sayo and like, here, have the smoke, man. Chill out for a second.
I don't know what happens when you try to smoke him. Is he not gonna like be able to like spot you out and not hit a shot if you actually use your Cloudburst to separate his vision from him to you? In any case, that is such an aggressive push out here from from NXL. They're just rushing right out and saying, we have ourselves shower control. What is X10's adjustment here, as they still do have the spike somewhere on market? You gotta pick it up, but they still do have some time to rotate and figure things out.
Rez is available there for Flipsider, and he's been stepping up in the few rounds, but a little bit farther back. He's fought off a couple of times. I think I've ever seen a really past few rounds from him. Booty Meister though, not gonna get caught off this time. Tries to spray through the smoke. He actually finds the kill onto Poo One Tap, who has yet to find true impact on this match here. Trying to get up close and personal. Will find nobody just yet, but to find Booty Meister. Scary finds two. It's gonna be the site open for the taking right now. It's gonna be a 3v2 retake. The defense was good enough to buy them some time.
30 seconds left.
Cal is still here in Labs, being a thorn in the side, and the double teleport play now coming in and head towards B here, and it's a very crucial. Oh, that shock dart right there.
The double rotate back to the A site, and after 10 seconds, you're like, nobody's there planting. We know what's up, and
10 seconds
Bascalas
left.
had the
One enemy
mentality
remaining.
just to spot everyone out. He will use the recon dart just for sureness, so that his opponent will not be able to sneak around left and right, and Bascalas push it to match point.
That
Match
recon
point.
dart from Bascalas was absolutely disgusting. He knows the timing of it perfectly. If they go to teleport and showers, knows when it's gonna land a beautiful shot. Around so much easier for him and his team. Retake was so good. I mean, the whole so good. Booty Meister really stepping up to the challenge. Unable to win that last duel, but he's done enough. He gets 2 kills on the defensive hold. This is match point right now for NXL. X10, they're on the ropes, and they don't have a lot of money. You have Fox on a Bulldog, who One Tap doesn't have exactly very much. Fortunately, they do have the ulti on Scary. See what they do with it.
One tap, it was a hit or miss for him. If he got the kill on Booty Meister outside of U-Haul there, that would have been such a great start for X10 to get the A site. Granted, of course, the other members were kind of being stopped by the molly. If he just got it, that would have given them so much control in the entirety of the A site. In any case, though, there's going to be the use onto the Hunter's Fury, and Fox got to play the cha-cha as he tries to dodge in the Ring of Light. Will he be able to?
Ooh.
Okay, he's able to do it.
That's going to be the Hunter's Fury to maybe kill. Get that Sova. Yeah, and they do 2 ultis expended just to trade that kill towards the red. So a lot of value in it. Scary. Come back and get that kill onto Noisy Boy, who was playing a little bit smoothly now. But has gotten to an advanced position. He gets one. Expect Poo One Tap. No is the answer to that question.
One enemy remaining.
However, and Poo One Tap, they haven't communicated this position, I think. It's a little bit strange to me, but in the end, he gets the kill. Walking through the smoke, Booty Meister be taken down with a Spectre, and X10 keep their dreams alive.
That was just very, very quick. Oh, and I guess you do see some of the benefits of having a Bulldog is that it's still a relatively strong gun for such a cheap price. If you can just hit your ADS first tap shot, it works out in the end. But the definite MVP for that one has to be Poo One Tap here. Able to use his teammates as entryways for getting nice little frags. He had to at least bait one and then bait the other, but that doesn't matter in the end because he's still able to procure the rounds, secure the kills, and like you said, keep X10 afloat in this second game. Still need to be able to push this 2 more into overtime, but it might look a little bit better. Still, NXL buying up with full weapons and full utility.
Yeah, they still have a little bit of money in the tank, and honestly, I would have elected for maybe a half buy in this one, considering that Pascalis is only on an Ares, but out in too long, not exactly the best idea, but for the time being, they do have control over Hookah in the form of Flipsider. Not it out just yet. But...
Off your feet!
Oh, and that's gonna be the Rolling Thunder now. It's gonna be deployed towards B. Could be a fake though, because they haven't really full committed onto this side, and not a lot of information. The Sova is locked out of Hookah, so that's a lot of information denied. Flipsider gets that kill onto Sushi Boys. That's a big scalp to find. Still has control over Hookah for the time being. Will get spotted out. Yet again, he'll be duped out of position, and Fox will finish off that kill. One tap timing in with a kill for himself. Sayo still alive, doing work. 2 players left standing on both sides right now. 2v2 retake. Spike has not gone down just yet. turret will be dropped. This is looking like it could go either way.
One enemy remaining.
Sayo. Oh. That's not the position that you really want to be in. Noisy Boy doesn't even have his ultimate there. And it seems like Who One Tap gets the 4K. I do really like how X10, even though it seems like it was such a grim situation, they could have rotated, maybe use a teleport in the site. They stayed on one portion of B, waited first for Fox to come in, take away at Flipsider, who was in full control of Hookah. And once they got that, the B site seems a little bit more eased up, a little bit more open, and they were able to claim it. So good communication and just understanding what they had to do in order for them to take the site and not even need to rotate.
Yeah, honestly, I really am questioning that buy. Didn't have all that much in the tank, and still had another round to play. And now they're completely broke. NXL, they don't really have anything. It looks like we're gonna end up in a overtime here, as you know, X10. They're finding the rhythm here late into the game, and honestly, we were saying Poo One Tap, when is he gonna show up? Well, that's how he shows up. 4 kills for him in that round, bringing us basically to the brink of overtime.
Now, like you said, no money is on NXL. They probably have to ask Mr. Krabs for a loan, but for the moment, they will be only relegated to 4 SMGs and the 1 Ares. This could work out in their favor, though, because Ares is a high penetration weapon, and it's fully automatic with 50 bullets, 20 more than the Phantom, so they can use it to kind of pop shots through the walls here. But of course, that still means that they have to connect it. Any case, what? Oh, that was just a quick X10 plant, and then it's gonna be retake for them, and this is gonna be great because they saved up 2 shock darts as well as Molly lineup. That's gonna burn so much time.
Yeah, it's really quite dangerous. Everybody now onto the site. The retake now beginning, but it's a tough one. People dropping down left and right. Who One Tap will be taken down through the smoke right here. Bascalis has a chance, but not enough. Burning in the Molly. Sayo just doesn't have it. It's going to be overtime right now. And Sushi Boys get 3 kills in that round to secure us the first overtime. The Masters here in SEA. 12-12 right now, and all leveled. X10, they do not want to go to map number 3.
This is this is technically a historic moment. First overtime in Valorant C Masters. What do you know? Look at this out. I mean, they were trying to retake with as much as they can, but this is also what we see if you guys watch, you know, Valorant Challengers Tour in the Philippines, where Bren likes to play post plant and lineups on Bind, where they have, you know, a brimstone to just line up a molly and basically burn. How long is it? Like 16 seconds, I think, for a molly to stay. Just a super long time.
Long time. The first round of overtime now is Nai. Who One Tap going for the naked operator. See what he can do with it. Looking like he's going to reposition towards A and put yet again most of their eggs towards that A site.
Take flight.
Have Who One Tap holding down that showers of short angle.
You're going to be able to spot few of the members here for NXL. They've been expending a bit of their utility. Noisy Boy, I think, has also used a lot of his own just to flush out these corners. And it seems like an A-take is going to be where we're at. They've already used about a minute or half of the timer already, so they have to go in or have to go broke. There's going to be some first contact with Cruz right there, but with Who One Tap and Scary as the dominant duo here on the A site, NXL, they got their work cut out for them.
Here.
Yeah, they've been making this 4A stack really work for them, and it's honestly paying dividends for them in the meantime. NXL, what are they
30
going
seconds
to do?
left.
So you're gonna tap Who One Tap. That's exactly
Spike
what's gonna happen.
down
Bascalis, he's been popping off here. Trying to find another one though before the teleport play really comes in. Could be a fake because they still have one person towards A, and oh no, Bascalis just doesn't get away. Now they know where the last person is. He went through the teleporter, and 14 seconds left. They have to commit. Definitely going to be heard right now. Still, boys, no. Yeah, got full information on where Booty Meister is. Next round here, X10 on the brink of taking us to a 2-0.
Match point.
Booty Meister, he got a nice amount of kills already on the site. And trying to rotate this late into the game, that late into the round, when you still haven't gotten the shutdown on Sushi Boys, who is a Cypher, who you know locks down the B site. That was a very, very poor choice for NXL here. And it was high risk, low reward. Because you saw, he was just looking everywhere and could not find, Sushi Boy planted anywhere on the site. And when he found him, it was way too late, and he didn't even get the win on that one.
I do want to point out, Vizcal is absolutely insane in this. This is his game. 20 kills on that Sova. And Sayo, very clearly, I think, a little bit uncomfortable on that Phoenix. It's not really showing right now. He wasn't the same player as he was on the Reyna game earlier, but really the Vizcala show for the meantime, though. Let's take a quick look right here. It's a complete A presence right now from the side of X10. What can they do? Sayo gonna slow them down. Without a volley, will be revealed. Be sprayed through the box. Stay alive for the meantime. Good flash. Buy them some real estate space. Buy them some time. A really good shock dart as well to force him out of that position. Low at least, and there's nothing he can do. Sushi Boys takes him down from short. And Alice, though, gets one. They'll not trade it out here. And
One
tap
enemy
slow
remaining.
on HP. Noisy Boy, the last person standing. And he's not going to have a chance.